Last week, Dalet announced significant performance and usability enhancements to their Dalet AmberFin platform, a go-to solution for content creators of any size. And these recent updates keep them ahead of new industry demands towards higher quality on more devices and more flexible workflows. Eric Carson from Dalet AmberFin joins us today to tell us a bit more.
Hi, welcome to the show, Eric.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's good to see you. So as Matt just said there in the intro, there's been some enhancements. Can you give us a quick roundup of the service and the updates you've been making to the platform?
Yeah, for sure. Our latest release, which is termed 11.9, brings a substantial performance improvement, about an average of 30% for customers across a wide variety of content. Of course, customers with specific types of improvements around UHD conversions or high color conversions will see even more improvement than that 30%. The other thing that we've done is we've removed that last vestige of the old desktop client from those customers that know AmberFin from the ICR days and replaced that with a completely web-based conversion profile editor. So now every piece of the user experience for AmberFin sits inside a browser interface.
So I'm an end user. What of any size? I could be a tier one enterprise, or I could be a one of the smaller guys, someone like us maybe. What are the benefits of using your solution?
It's a great question, and it does depend on the type of use cases that you're interested in or that have value for your organization. But AmberFin gets used across multiple types of scenarios, including that ability to have high color conversions and retain that director's intent so that the HDR profiles are retained, whether that's proper packaging for direct-to-consumer interactions, or whether we're just dealing with, I need to come out of the archive and prepare content for interchange with maybe my downstream providers.
So Eric, can you tell us a little bit about the AmberFin customers, how the platform makes their workflow more streamlined and makes their life easier?
Sure. Itself is a combination of a transcoder and a workflow engine. So having that BPM design environment really does help customers move from a whiteboard type of, I'd like to do this, to building that media supply chain directly in AmberFin. So you can do things like packaging workflows, which are becoming really more important than even just a media conversion. Media conversion has become a commodity, but retaining the ability to take that converted asset and then deliver it correctly with the director's intent and the creative intent and all of the metadata around that to describe it to the consumer, that's really the most important part of the media experience anymore. And AmberFin's workflow engine really helps you build those type of workflows, whether it's IMF or Dash or whatever your type of packaging is necessary to pull those off.
So I think probably a good customer to concentrate on here is the larger content owners, or the content the owners, the broadcasters, or the companies that own a lot of content. And direct to customer has been a bit of there's been a sort of move towards that before the pandemic, but over the last 12 months, has that that acceleration of D2C that has just started over the last 12 months, has that played into your favor? Or are you seen a lot of extra clients because of that?
We've seen a couple of kind of earlier industry trends accelerate in the last year for sure. One is definitely the direct-to-consumer transition. So what that's done is it's exploded the amount of versions necessary for creation. So instead of just having one or two pathways to get to the consumer, maybe a DCP package and a broadcast package that I'll distribute amongst different MVPDs, now I have a variety of different services that I want to attack and reach my consumers with. The other thing that has really accelerated is the use of rather than on-premise technology to achieve our media conversions and packaging. Since most of those direct-to-consumer services require delivery already in the cloud, is why don't I just move my media conversion as a service into the
Just
cloud?
do the whole lot.
And AmberFin's cloud transcoder service actually saw a very good intake towards the last half of the year, especially as the number of services increased to launch.
So it's been obviously a very interesting and challenging 12 months. How's it been for Dalet, and what's next for the future and for 2021?
Sure. I mean, it definitely very interesting, probably the most interesting year I've ever experienced with the company. Dalet spent the last 12 months and continues through this period in how do we transition from a trusted provider of on-premise newsroom and MAM platform and media conversion solutions to a well-known and trusted provider of software as a service solutions. And to serve that bent, we've actually taken the step of restructuring the company from being a publicly listed entity to being a private company. That's given us a chance to completely excel our R&D capacity to help rebuild and reposition the company to address these SaaS type of solutions, whether that's a newsroom solution or a media supply chain solution, or as we've already mentioned, the AmberFin cloud transcoder service.
So just before we finish, Eric, people are obviously going to want to know about pricing. I mean, you appeal to that wide range of customers, and I see you've got a very flexible approach to this. But it'd be nice to know how these works. How do the different pricing structures work in real terms?
Yeah, as it relates to AmberFin, customers that knew AmberFin from prior to the Dalet acquisition knew it as a premium price, enterprise focused tool. Since the acquisition, Dalet has cut the price of AmberFin by over 300%. So if you haven't looked at it in a while, the price for a perpetual license is substantially lower. And on top of that, the cloud transcoder service gives you the chance to use AmberFin on a usage basis. So through a very small subscription, you can now address your transcoder at less than the cost of a burrito for getting all of your media conversion done on an hourly basis.
Just to settle an internal argument here, Eric, what do you class as an enterprise client?
Ooh, wow, that's a great question. I think for Dalet, the enterprise clients are those that are these tier one news organizations or newsroom content preparers. They're larger film studios, again, those content producers. They're customers that have enough content that at scale, not one solution can really address all of their problems. And where Dalet really brings value to those enterprise customers is our ability to bring multiple solutions together to achieve lasting business change for those types of companies. But those aren't the only customers we like to address. We absolutely want to help those smaller customers, those customers that maybe have only got a couple hundred hours that I'm dealing with of content a month, or I have maybe my corporate marketing needs better distribution and I want to present a different type of brand pop to the consumer. Our solutions are very well geared and priced to address that end of the market as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Eric, for coming in today, and thanks as always to Mediaproxy for their ongoing support. Check out more about them at mediaproxy.com. We'll see you next time. Cheers, Eric.